Global Heroes podcast, The Deep Dive. We explore the stories behind the headlines of our uplifting news features. Don't forget to follow us on social and subscribe to our free newsletter for your regular boost of positivity.
Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into the Ruby Foo's hotel up in Montreal. Our mission, really, is to look at the sources we've got and figure out how they manage this balance. Between that fancy art de vivre, the art of living, and some pretty serious environmental action. And the big question for you listening is probably, can you actually have that high-end luxury feel when, let's be honest, going green often means, well, cutting back? So let's start unpacking this. We kind of have to begin with this really unique hook they've got. Imagine this, skating outdoors any time of year, but without wasting tons of water or energy. They call it the Shooting Stars Four-Seasons Skating Rink. It's just for hotel guests, and it's got support from Tourism Montreal. Sounds like an energy hog at first glance, right?
Yeah, you'd think so. But the clever part is how they've set it up. The whole thing uses a synthetic surface, completely synthetic, which means basically zero water needed. No refrigerants, none of that heavy cooling equipment you usually see. So right away, it just slashes the energy use and the environmental footprint. It's a great example of how you can have a cool amenity without the usual resource drain.
That makes sense. Less machinery, less power.
Exactly. And it connects to their bigger picture on resource management, too. The material itself, the synthetic ice, it's designed for a circular economy. It's fully recyclable. Apparently, the manufacturer even takes post-industrial plastics and puts them back into making new surfaces.
Oh, interesting. So it's recycled content going in, too.
Right. And they pair that with efficient LED lighting, obviously. Plus, the hotel actually commits to offsetting whatever energy the rink does use during operation.
Okay, so that rink is a really strategic, almost symbolic piece, but it's not just that one thing, right? The sources suggest this eco-thinking runs deeper through the hotel.
Definitely. It extends right into the core operations.
We're seeing things like their eco-friendly signature rooms. They mention using locally made biodegradable bat products. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, and practical things too, like EV charging stations, pretty standard now, but essential. And even a coffee pod recycling program. They're thinking about the details.
Little things add up.
They really do. And what I found particularly interesting was their focus on food and water. Locally focused. They've got a rooftop urban garden and a beehive.
A beehive.
On the roof.
Yep. And it's not just for show. It apparently supplies fresh stuff, produce and honey, to their own team kitchens and even some local community groups.
That's pretty cool. Connect sustainability back to the community.
Exactly. And thinking ahead, they have this major project planned, a rainwater recovery system. The goal is to save, get this, up to 180,000 liters of water a year.
Wow, that's a lot of water.
It is. And it's specifically for things like the pool and watering that rooftop garden. So it's a proper closed-loop thinking. This isn't just minor tweaks anymore. It's serious infrastructure. And it seems like the industry is noticing this commitment. They've picked up some serious recognition, haven't they?
They have. The sources mentioned 5 green keys. That's the top rating you can get for sustainability in hotels.
Okay.
Plus biosphere certification, which means they're tracking their whole footprint, and also rainbow registration.
And guests can even chip in. There's a donation program.
Yeah, $5 per night, optional donation that goes to support local causes, so guests feel involved too.
All right, so the eco-credentials seem solid, really solid. Let's flip back to the other side then. What about the guest experience? Does all this focus on, saving water and recycling pods? Does it kill the vibe, that art de vivre?
Well, based on the materials, it seems like the opposite, actually.
Yeah.
The argument is that the experience is maybe enhanced because the green commitment is upfront and transparent. Guests know they're enjoying luxury, but, responsible.
Okay, so it's part of the appeal.
Potentially, yeah. And the hotel itself, it's been around since 1962. It has that history. The sources talk about lofty ceilings, a fireplace, that sort of timeless welcome feel. The architecture provides that sophisticated atmosphere.
And location is always key for a good stay, right? Convenience matters.
Absolutely. And it's apparently just a 5-minute walk from the Namur metro station.
Oh, that's handy. Puts you right between downtown and the airport.
Exactly. Plus, they mentioned 2 new restaurants on site, a full gym, free parking, all the stuff you need to just relax and enjoy the city without hassles. That's part of the art of living, too.
Right, the practical side of luxury.
So when you pull it all together, the takeaway seems pretty clear from these sources. Sophisticated hospitality, the art de vivre, and really rigorous environmental care. They don't have to be enemies. They can actually boost each other. When it's done right, like it seems to be here, the sustainability part becomes, well, part of what makes the stay memorable and high-end.
Yeah, I can see that. It becomes a feature, not a compromise. So thinking about that and their big commitment to recycling, the offsets, that synthetic rink, here's something for you to chew on. How might a successful model like this, where a green feature is actually a selling point, start to pressure other hotels, other destinations globally? Could we see things like four-season sustainable rinks or similar eco-amenities become standard? Not just, a quirky novelty. It definitely points towards a different future for high-end, eco-conscious travel. Anyway, if you want to dig into the details yourself, you can find more info over at hotelrubyfoos.com.
That's it for today's deep dive. Want more? Stay connected with global heroes through our newsletter and socials.